Welcome everyone, my name is Cody Scott, and in this video, we learn how to build a node tree. Let's get started. To build a node tree, you will need to know the keyboard shortcut Option S and the keyboard shortcut Option P. One creates a regular node and the other creates a parallel node. Now, in this example, we're going to go bonkers here and we're going to create more nodes than I usually use and most clips. The more nodes you have, the more changes you can make to your footage. Now, for this specific shot, we're going to go ahead and make this as crazy complicated as possible so you can see the potential of DaVinci Resolve in action. Let's create a new node and we're going to title this one Noise Reduction. Now, noise reduction is always something that I put first. Once I have noise reduction, I do end up turning it off though. So let's navigate to our next node and we're going to do HDR. If you're using HDR functions, you'll have to make sure that you put them before your color and your contrast functions because it will impact the image differently. We'll add a simple color node and a contrast node so we could dial in our contrast and our color. Once we do that, we'll then clean up the whites just a little bit. We'll press Option P to create a parallel node. And for this example, we'll go ahead and clean up the shadows as well. Now, some of these changes that I'm doing, I more than likely will do on bigger budget projects that allow me the time to invest in complex node trees like this. More than likely, you will not have to create a node tree that has all these different changes to it unless you're working on a bigger budget project. You want to take your footage to the next level and you are working with raw footage that allows you to do just that. Let's add another node and we will title this one Skin. And we will title this one Skin Tone. This is where I will change our talent's skin. Now, let's keep on pushing the envelope here since we're working with raw footage. I believe we can create another node where we can key. Now remember guys, the few changes you can make to an image and make it look amazing, the better. This is not a normal process and I do not normally make these many changes to a clip unless it's a big budget project. So we'll create another node and control just the greens in the background and more than likely I'll shift those to an orange hue. Next, we will control another node for the sky. And this is going to allow me to bring the exposure of the sky down just a little bit so I can make sure that I can soften up that highlight roll off right at the top as you can see in our scopes. So as of right now, we have standard nodes and then two parallel tree nodes. And finally, we're going to top off this node tree with some pop, some pizzazz, and some sharpness. Now, if you want to take your footage to the next level and really dial in that film look, you can easily add some film grain by dragging and dropping some effects onto there. Thank you so much for completing this lesson. I trust you found this information helpful, so go ahead and keep moving forward and I'll see you in the next one.